France has been thrust into fresh political turmoil after lawmakers voted to oust Prime Minister François Bayrou on Monday, plunging the country into crisis at a moment of deepening economic strain and mounting geopolitical pressures. The dramatic no-confidence vote, 364 against Bayrou and just 194 in favor, easily cleared the 280-vote threshold required to topple his government, ending his tenure after only 9 turbulent months in office. Bayrou's downfall was triggered by his bid to push through an unpopular $44 billion, $51 billion savings plan that proposed scrapping 2 public holidays and freezing government spending. The gamble backfired, sending him the way of his predecessor Michel Barnier, who was forced out by Parliament in a similar vote last December. Bayrou is expected to formally submit his resignation to President Emmanuel Macron on Tuesday morning, with the Élysée Palace promising the announcement of a new prime minister in the coming days. Yet his departure leaves Macron with no easy options, and a fractured parliament unwilling to cooperate. Investors have been quick to register their unease. French government bond yields have surged above those of Spain, Portugal, and even Greece, countries once synonymous with the Eurozone debt crisis. And analysts warned that a looming sovereign credit rating review on Friday could deliver another humiliating blow. You have the power to bring down the government, but you do not have the power to erase reality, Bayrou told lawmakers before the vote, warning that expenses will keep rising and debt will grow heavier and more costly. He accused his opponents of breaking the social contract with future generations. The roots of the current instability lie in Macron's high-risk decision last year to call a snap election after the far-right national rally surged in the May 2024 European Parliament elections. That gamble backfired badly. Macron's centrist bloc lost ground to both the far right and the far left, leaving France with a splintered, unmanageable parliament. 3 centrist prime ministers later, opposition forces are in no mood to grant another one a chance. Both camps have already signaled they would immediately move for another no-confidence vote if Macron attempted to push through yet another moderate pick. Naming a premier from the left or right remains theoretically possible, but any such move would face instant obstruction from rival blocs. Speculation has already turned to frontrunners such as Armed Forces Minister Sébastien Lecornu and Justice Minister Gérald Darmanin. But insiders describe the role as a poisoned chalice. Whoever takes it will inherit the same fiscal crisis, the same gridlocked parliament, and the same public discontent. The socialists are demanding higher taxes on the wealthy and a reversal of Macron's pro-business tax cuts. Red lines for Les Républicains, the Conservative Party still central to any coalition. The likelihood of resolving France's budget standoff anytime soon looks slim. The political fallout is already spilling onto the streets. Demonstrators staged a mocking Bayrou's farewell party protest on Monday, raising their glasses in Clermont-Ferrand even before the vote. The far left has called for nationwide demonstrations under the banner Bloquons tout, let's block everything, on Wednesday, while trade unions prepare for another mass mobilization on September 18th. Public trust in France's political class is collapsing, and many fear anger could harden into unrest. Calls are also growing louder for Macron himself to step aside. Marine Le Pen has demanded the dissolution of Parliament, though another snap election would almost certainly strengthen her national rally, with recent ELAB polling placing the far right first, the left second, and Macron's centrist bloc a distant third. Many analysts now see a national rally takeover as inevitable, if not immediately, then after the 2027 presidential contest, though few believe its ascent would resolve the structural challenges facing France. For now, Macron insists he will serve out his mandate, but his government's paralysis comes at the worst possible moment. With wars raging in Ukraine and the Middle East, instability in Paris risks weakening Europe's hand on the world stage. Both Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. counterpart Donald Trump are said to be watching closely, savoring the sight of a Europe once again at war with itself.